don't know if you can tell, but Patreon exclusive, I look and feel like shit.
I'm glad that you feel the way that you look, because it would be sad if you felt great and you looked the way that you do.
Well, that's what happens when I dress up and I come over and then our mom says, "You're so tired." And I say, I put on makeup today, but thanks. Listen, I have horrible news for myself. It's really bad. And Raheel, it pains me to say this out loud. It's just not a good day for me. I'm near tears about to say this out loud. My husband's been gone for 36 hours for a work trip. And I'm not handling it very well right now.
Really? Now, does he usually go away on trips for an extended period of time? Is this an unusual bit of time for you guys to be
very unusual? Mm-hmm. And I hate to be the one to say, I think I need my man. Do you know how hard that is for a misandrist like myself to say out loud?
Well, let's dig into this. Let's dig into this a little bit more, because I'd like for your experience to be then replicated throughout all females. Now,
first of all, you said females? Ugh. What are you wearing? Capri pants and a purple blouse and about to get arrested in Miami?
Did I just hand off my cell phone to my bodyguard because it has lewd images on it? No. Now, when you say that you need your man, or you feel like you need your man, you can't survive without a man in this world because you are not enough on your own. Are we talking emotionally, or is it because of the stuff that he does around the house?
Well, in particular, there's a lot of stuff that suddenly happened immediately upon his descent up, or is his ascent into the skies. He's not dead. He went on a plane to Charlotte for work.
It's his own Odyssey.
It is. He is going to be gone for 4 days, and I am like Penelope, wife of Odysseus, just weaving and unweaving all day long. No, what happened is that he left, and immediately our water heater broke, and it started flooding the basement, and so we had to turn it off. We had to get it replaced in a day, and so we didn't have hot water in the house. And then on top of that, we had some clogs in our sinks that ended up, then when we were trying to fix it, like there was a leak in my bathroom. It was just like a lot all at once. And then all on top of that, I've been working on projects in with my partners in Japan, and I've been on calls at 6 a.m.
Oh. So the child rearing, which he usually helps you out with.
Now, the other thing is, Raheel, that I, since April, have been, driving Miss Daisy levels of mothering over here. I have been relaxing, okay? Oh. I have been laying in bed while this man wakes me up with a cup of coffee. And I get to enjoy that coffee while the kids are fed breakfast, given breakfast, lunches are packed, they get dressed. They do a morning Quran class with their Quran teacher in Pakistan. They are dropped off to camp. And in that time, I get to enjoy my morning crossword puzzle, a chapter of a book I'm reading, doom scrolling on Threads, reposting Love Island memes, and just overall dilly and dallying.
At that time, you also update your blog. The title of your blog is "Men Aren't Shit," right?
menaintshit.com. Go and post an update on menaintshit.com. All men except for my man. And you know what? This morning, and now it's been 2 days of me having to get up on my own and make my own coffee. Ugh. I'm so spoiled. He ruined me. He ruined me over 4 months, and now I don't know how to function like a regular human being. I'm like, and I'm somebody who like doesn't believe in like Nazar or the evil eye. I'm always like, that shit isn't real. People who say stuff like that, they just want to blame something else. But now I'm like, I think somebody gave me the evil eye, because I posted on my Instagram stories that he just randomly drops off coffees to me in the middle of the day. And I said, my man, my man, my man. And then they were like, fuck
Yeah,
you
we'll
and
show
fuck
you.
your man.
I wish. Do you think that there's a chance that because obviously you're laying in bed until it sounds like at least 10 a.m. On a day-to-day basis, do you think he gets up at like 6 a.m. and he makes sure that the water heater is working on a daily basis? Maybe he's silently, because I know this is his fantasy, a silent guardian, a watchful guardian, whatever the end of the Dark Knight is. He's not the hero that we deserve, he's definitely not
That
the
I
hero you
deserve.
deserve. No, 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 no. But he's the one that you need on a daily basis just to function. You think maybe that's what kept the house running this entire time? He gets up every morning, he puts scotch tape or whatever the hell it is he needs to do for the heater.
He takes the Scotch video, pops it on the thing, and he says, boop, working. Good as
Yeah.
new. Yeah, he is, by the way, a silent guardian, a watchful protector, a dark knight. Because I do think that. And the other thing is, I was like, oh, I've got time. Like, he's away. I was going to surprise him because while my husband is a very neat man,
Hmm.
his closets are something that give me a lot of anxiety. I go, oh.
Yeah.
So I was going to organize his closet for him, both of them. I was going to organize his closets and like make a system and all this stuff. And obviously part of that was purging things that I think that he doesn't need anymore. And I
Mhm.
also think that somewhere in his brain, he put something out in the universe. He said, let that bitch not go in my shit. Let me make sure the water heater stops working and the
Yeah.
sinks in her bathroom get fucked up. And while fixing those sinks in the bathroom, there's a water flow all over the floors right after the cleaning lady has just been. So now she has to re-clean the entire bathroom again,
Hmm. You
all
think
while
he's
there's a
hiding
tornado
Playboys in there?
warning in his closet. Could you
Yeah.
imagine? Playgirls, I hope. I wish.
Say heated rivalry, guys.
Oh God. Anyway, so I'm
Hey,
just
hold on.
but yeah.
Question.
What?
Why is the water heater not working, keeping you from organizing his closet? Those two things aren't related. Is it
Because
just
I
that
have
you
it
don't have to?
because I have ADHD and I can't think about anything else while I have a problem in my house. When one thing breaks, you're like, well, I literally can't do anything else that I was supposed to do because
That makes
everything is
sense.
broken.
Yeah, the system is broken. So
The
like even
system
though
is
it's a pain,
broken.
yeah, it's like getting
Yeah.
a pain in your neck. You know what I mean? Like it's affecting your neck, but your entire life is ruined
Yeah,
because of that.
things are in disarray.
Yeah, sure, makes sense.
Anyway, so I think moral of the story is maybe men shouldn't take good care of their wives and turn them into baby girls because then we don't know. I'm like, he married an independent woman. Blah, 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 blah. And then he spent 4 months babying me on account of my medical leave. And I was like, I don't know how to do anything.
So you're telling me you were useful before the 4 months? Because I don't. That's not my memory.
Anyway, listen, we need to move on to bigger and better things. For
Mm.
example, it's time we say goodbye, adios, sayonara, au revoir, ahlan wa sahlan to FIFA World Cup. Goodbye.
Yeah, auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf
Auf
Wiedersehen.
Wiedersehen. Yeah.
We did it. We did it. We defeated the big evil. We did it, guys. We did it. All of us collectively, finally, after rooting for like 17 other teams, rooted for Spain and said, it's time. Somebody's going to beat Argentina. It's done. And we did it. We did it. All of us that just started rooting for Spain 6 days ago.
Yeah, and some of us stopped rooting for Argentina like 3 days before the finals because some of us were really, really into the Messi story, and it was great to root for Argentina. And you go, oh man, they're such good guys. And then you start reading. Well, first of all, I was rooting for England in the England game because it's not like England's ever done anything wrong, right?
No, they've never. They're
Oh,
super innocent.
Great Britain, yeah, they've never done anything wrong. But I was rooting for them, and then I was like, oh man, I was bummed that they lost. And then in that game, I was like, oh man, this Argentina team is kind of, they're kind of jerks. I will say, I mean, just to clarify, I was rooting for Cape Verde in that game because
Yeah.
that was just an amazing story, and I was rooting for Egypt because me and the Misters go all the way back to Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I was rooting for them, but obviously, like you have these teams, like these international teams that I became an Italy fan when I was 7 years old for some goddamn
Yeah.
reason. But like, there's like these
Do
prominent
you think it was
teams that you're
Mario
excited to.
Brothers?
No, it was. I'll tell you exactly what it was. It was the semifinals of the 1990 World Cup.
Yeah,
Our brother was rooting for Argentina because he was a
of
Maradona
course.
guy,
Mhm.
and it went to penalties, I believe. And he was really rooting hard for the Argentinians, and I felt bad for the Italians. I was like, you know what? I'm rooting for the Italians. Those guys are also here to play. So then that's yeah, and that worked
Which
out
is
for me.
it
That
worked
worked
out
out.
because we live in Little Italy, aka New Jersey. That's our culture
Yeah,
now.
exactly. But in the lead up to the game, you go, oh, people are really angry at Argentina. There seems to be a lot of racism. What's the deal with the racism in
What's
Argentina?
this? And then
And
you
then,
do like you double click as they say in corporate America once, and you're like, ooh,
oh,
this is
oh,
really bad.
yeah, a third of the country used to be black, and now there's no black people there anymore. Hey, why did that happen? Oh, they killed them all.
Ethnic cleansing, hiding the Nazis. Okay, I had heard about that. I didn't realize it was
Yeah,
that bad. Their own players talking about how black players from France aren't actually French and they're all from
yeah.
Africa. Monkey chance.
Ay, ay, ay.
Ah.
Yes, but I was excited. I was happy that Argentina lost in that game, as were you.
Yeah.
Hey, the Spanish, I think, in terms of the Spanish people, I think I've always been inclined to the Spanish people in
Uh-huh.
general.
Okay.
I see a Spanish person, I get happy. I think the idea of Spain. I've obviously never visited Spain, as I'm sure you
Mhm.
have.
Mhm.
But the idea of Spain seems nice to me. Like going to Barcelona seems nice to me. I feel like I could live in that climate. They seem to be very sensual people. There is a ham problem that I see because it feels
They love that Iberico ham.
yeah.
Jamon all over the place. Did you know that outside of the UK, the
Mhm.
most densely populated part of Europe of Pakistanis is actually Barcelona?
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
When
I
I
need to
went
go to
there
Barcelona.
in 2019, you would love Barcelona. First of all, Barcelona is an awesome city. It's easily trackable. Everybody's super duper nice. We got like tapas and siesta. It's just like a great time. And I know you love a small bite. You love to take
Oh,
little bites. You like to take little
what's
bites like a
what's
little squirrel.
what's my diner order? You know this. It's the
It's a pupu
appetizer
platter.
sampler.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a pupu
appetizer
platter.
sampler. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You love tapas. You've always loved
Mhm.
tapas even before you knew what tapas were. But yeah, when
Yeah.
I was in Barcelona, I remember going to a certain part of I was getting ready to go like up to the funicular, like the trolley or whatever that takes you up the mountain. And you go through this like box dining yard. It's all just a bunch of aunties, and they either speak Punjabi or they speak Spanish.
That
It's
sounds
amazing.
magical.
Yeah, it's so cool. But yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I will say this: you're like the Spanish people; they seem great. Would like to say also colonizers, right? Like we
Yeah.
can't forget that ethnic cleansing of the Arabs, the conquest. The what is it? The conquest?
The conquest?
Not the conquest. The what was the big fight between the Christians and the Muslims?
The Crusades?
Crusades.
Yes.
That's the one.
Was the
Can't
Spanish in
forget.
the Crusades? I thought that was the British.
No,
Eee.
the Spanish were also. Let me get
I remember
that.
there's a whole thing about the Moors. I know that I know that the Arabs made their way to Spain. So there's a lot of like uh, architecture that is Muslim inspired or whatever. Also, like you're talking about Barcelona and how great Barcelona is, and you're talking about that in terms of Spain. Do you know about like the Catalonia? Is it Catalonia? Yeah,
Yeah, the Catalan people that are
yeah.
trying to gain independence from Spain. Yes, when I went there last, there were just protests. There were like crazy protests of people. By the way, crazy complimentary uh, protests of people who are trying to gain independence from Spain proper because they say their culture is different. Now, I did look it up. Real, it's called. I wasn't wrong. It's called Reconquista.
Ooh.
And it is the Spanish involvement in the Crusades, which involved them to try to take over the Iberian Peninsula from Muslims. Now, who was there first, the Spanish or the Muslims? Probably the Spanish. I mean, but
True.
was it? Was it? Probably.
Also, but although also like they did also go and kill and murder and rape all of South America, like the Spanish
You're
Inquisition and
right.
all that.
You're right. You're
Not
right.
great. And
Not
also,
great.
I think until like the 70s, they had a dictator who killed a bunch of people named I think his name is Francisco Franco. Franco, does that sound
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. Oh,
Moral of the
okay.
story.
Yeah, the Reconquest was actually it was a big deal. It was a big Christian campaign
Ooh.
to get all of the Muslims out of Al Andalus or Andalusia, as we know, south of Spain to be. And so not great, not great. A lot of war and stuff. But I will say this: that the Spaniards are coming around. They are one of the first European countries to recognize Palestine as its own, as a country, as a proper country. They're very pro Palestinian. They've got Javier Bardem over there doing
My
big work
face
on their
sake.
behalf. Huh? Your face sake, Javier Bardem. A lot of face,
A
lot of
lot
big
of
features,
big feature. When I
lot of
grew
big
my
features.
hair out during the pandemic, my friends would send me gifts of him from No Country for Old Men.
I can see that. But I mean, he snagged himself a Penelope Cruz.
I that's what I hang my hat on because he's
you
got a great.
you hang your head on Penelope Cruz. uh,
Penelope, let me rest my hat on your head.
No, that's enough. But I feel like we do have to give it up to Spain because if we're looking at current government, because look,
Yeah,
look,
come on.
countries of power, one thing they've done is be bad. Okay, they're all gonna be bad. They're gonna get a little bit of power. They're gonna be like, what if I can just use this power irresponsibly? But current government of Spain versus Argentina, we have to give it to Spain. Argentina, have you seen what is he, the president of Argentina? He
The
seems like a terrible person.
the Malay guy, yeah, he's crazy. He's crazy. The population, like the fans of Argentina, are like they're like violent and like apparently it is
Not
supposed to
even in the
be.
fun Philly way, like in
Yeah,
the violent way, you know?
apparently it's a lot of patriotism and that's where the passion they say comes from, but there's a lot of ugliness also. And I mean, I don't know, I'm sure every country has good people and bad people, but just from what we saw of the fans that attended the World Cup and also from the team itself, they were the bad guys. They were
They
the
were the
bad
bad
guys,
guys. They were.
especially at
They
the
were.
end. Did you see all the shit that happened after the game?
Yeah, with the who's the Spanish player, the main guy? I don't know how to pronounce his name. I've only seen it written out. The star player of the Spanish team.
Lamine Yamal.
Yeah, Lamine Yamal. Okay, our Muslim brother.
Yes.
I did see the image of him. Now I can't tell if it's AI. I'm like, I don't know. But people keep sharing a video of him like on his knees praying, and
Yeah.
then behind him is just quarrels.
Yeah.
Quarrels and fisticuffs.
Yes. A fracas.
Ugh, riffraff. I didn't like it. But um can you tell me a little about this little kid? He seems like a good guy.
Who, Lamine Yamal?
Yeah.
He is. So if you think about it from a soccer perspective, right, and like where he is now at the age of 19 compared to where all the other greats were at the age of 19, he is ahead of schedule on everything. He is
Mm,
amazing, right?
mm.
I believe I don't know what his actual background is.
Oh, I
Um,
googled it. He's half Moroccan and half from Equatorial Guinea. I don't know what
ooh,
that makes his mother, but yeah, he's children of two Muslim teenagers. His parents were very young when they had him. His dad's like younger than me.
a lot of people's dads are younger than you now. I hate to break it to
Oh,
you.
no. But I'm so young.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah, but
yeah.
he basically grew up in Spain. He's been part of like the Barcelona system. Barcelona is probably the best team or the second best team in Real
Mhm,
Madrid. But he was on like the Spanish national team when he was 16 years old, which is incredible. That
mhm,
doesn't happen.
mhm,
And he's like the biggest young soccer star in the world, and he's
mhm.
amazing. The World Cup for him was probably like an okay grade, but like they won, so what more can he ask for?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know about the? Have you seen the picture? Have you seen the
Now I
picture?
wanted to know, is that also AI or not? There's a picture
No,
of
that's real.
him as a baby in a
Mhm.
tub, and Messi is bathing this baby. It's for some sort of ad of some sort, a charity maybe.
Yeah, so Barcelona, FC Barcelona,
Mhm,
they are a UNICEF sponsor.
Mm.
So that was a campaign that they were doing for UNICEF. How Lamine Yamal ended up there was because his parents came from an impoverished background, right?
Mhm.
Um, the his name actually Lamine Yamal. The
Mhm.
reason why he's named Lamine Yamal is because his father said that two people helped him when his wife was pregnant, like because they were kids and they were impoverished, and one of them's name was Lamine, the other one's name was Yamal. So that's why his name is Lamine Yamal. And I think he has a different last name, but
Yeah, it's Nasuri Ibana.
there you go.
Yeah.
So he's great. We're
Ugh.
happy for him. Did you see him? He was out the day before the World Cup. He was in Manhattan at a halal cart. Have you
Yeah,
seen
I
that?
did I did hear about that. And also, the Spanish team was staying right here in Montclair, New Jersey.
Ooh, yeah, at that one hotel.
That
A lot
hotel
of
that's right by my favorite restaurant, Falborg. So, it was very cool. I was like, "I know that Delta gas station. I drive past that all the time." Yeah.
So about I mean, I don't know. Do you want to talk more about Argentina or Spain? I have some FIFA questions for you.
Oh, ask me some FIFA questions. Let's see if I can answer them.
How do you feel
Do I
like
know what
not
offsides are? I don't.
how do you feel in general about this World Cup? Like it was a month and a half. How do you look back at this experience? Because you're in a couple of groups that obviously I'm in.
Uh-huh.
I became super duper annoying. I became like the number one soccer fan, which is
Mm,
something that I do when a
that's all
big
right.
tournament
Yeah.
is going. And then
Sure,
yeah,
sure, sure.
how do you feel about the tournament? How do you feel about it being held here? How do you feel about like the fans coming over, et cetera, et cetera?
I thought, what a time to be alive for people to experience New Jersey. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that that was kind of cool. It was fun also to see our guy Zoran at a lot of games. By the way, Zoran keeps showing up at games in his shirt and tie, and then shirt, he puts a jersey over it. He is such a fucking cartoon complimentary. I swear to God.
What does that
Kid.
mean?
No, like it's just so funny. You would see that in a cartoon. You know what I mean? Like in
Yeah.
cartoons, or like the mayor wears mayor's clothes all the time, and then the mayor shows up at sporting events with a shirt on over his mayor's clothes. Like he's like a never nude, except for underneath it, it's just like his like shirt and tie. He's like he did that one music video when he was trying to be a rapper in like the halal cart with like
Yeah.
a an apron on, and he was like, "Never again. You're never gonna see me outside." Without a shirt and a tie on, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, but anyway, I thought it was like kind of cool. I mean, just like again, the fact that like the team that won the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup, is staying right here in Montclair, New Jersey, like that felt silly to me, but also like a great equalizer, right? Like it was something very like like accessible, I think, about the World Cup that we don't necessarily feel with like American sports teams, like
Mhm.
I think like like if the Super Bowl is happening somewhere, it's like extremely expensive, it's very inaccessible. And I'm not saying that the World Cup tickets were like cheap or anything, but I also know a lot of people that were able to go because they had like raffles at different companies that they work for. Like it felt a lot more accessible than any American sports event that is this big. So I thought that was just kind of cool. It was like a cool experience for that. I hope the Europeans, were able to leave without getting cyclospora or whatever the hell that's called.
Cyclospora? Oh, is that
The lettuce poops.
yeah. No, I hope that for their health also. Yeah, I think the World Cup every time it comes around, I'm like, oh man, this is cool. Like it's a cool tournament because of the size of it. Like
Hmm.
especially like in like the earlier stages, there were like 3 games every day, right? And that's like it's nice to have on in the background or whatever. Um, this World Cup specifically, what they say about it is in some metrics, or by some metrics, it is the greatest World Cup that's ever happened, and it is because of like the ratings. Like the ratings were a huge
Hmm.
success in terms of Americans learning about soccer and like soccer stars and stuff like that. Like Holland becoming a big story, and like people learning about Messi and stuff like that. It got a lot of exposure, so it was good on that front, right? Having said that, there were parts of this World Cup that were absolute disasters, right?
Mm.
There's parts of this World Cup like where Trump showed his ass being
Mhm.
just being the worst person in the world. And it's just like another example of him not just fucking ruining our lives, but like ruining a good time for everybody. There's like no just like the stuff with the red card. Did you see him after Spain got the trophy?
Yeah, and he kept trying to, like, go stand in front of the picture.
It's just lingering.
Which
So
is people
sad.
were like it's like that one relative that, like, will not leave, especially at, like, a Desi wedding where, like, the
Mhm.
bride and groom are on the stage, and you got that one relative that will just, like, not get out of the goddamn pictures. Like, it just like, if it's just evident that this man is not wanted no matter where he goes. It's so awkward and terrible, and it would be hilarious if he did not have the nuclear codes.
Yes, if he was not responsible for all of our well-beings, yes.
Yeah,
So yeah, so that was bad. FIFA being exposed as
obviously.
a piece of shit organization that it is. It affected, I think, people's enjoyment of the game, but
Mhm.
also it's a good thing. It's a good thing that everybody now knows that FIFA is a piece of shit organization.
Yeah.
Also think that because we are so much more online now, because people do have the time to like research stuff now, things like learning about why there's no black people in Argentina happens now, which is a good thing,
Yeah,
right? Which is
yeah.
so I think it gave us that opportunity, which was good. So overall, I'm glad that it happened here. I'm glad that we kind of felt a chance to kind of be a part of it between like
Mhm,
New York, New Jersey, and Philadelphia.
mhm.
Um, but I'm also glad that it's over because it did start to get a little bit like it was too like it ended at the perfect time. I'm okay with the World Cup being over now. I had a good time.
You
Let's move
were
on.
turning into a xenophobe. You were like, "We
I
gotta
was
get these foreigners out of this country."
I can't find fucking ranch dressing at
This
Walmart anymore.
country this country, you mean New Jersey. You're like, "Get out of my country of New
That's the last
Jersey."
thing I want to say.
Mm.
Have you heard this New York, New Jersey stadium bullshit?
What?
So MetLife Stadium, right?
Mhm,
It's obviously in New Jersey. It
mhm,
is the home of the New York Giants and the New York
mhm,
Jets.
mhm.
That has always been kind of a joke about like,
Yeah,
hey, they play in New Jersey, right? We
yeah.
understand
Sure,
it's a
sure,
New
sure,
York team.
sure. It's the
It's
same
just
way Statue of Liberty, she's in New Jersey.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
for the World Cup, since MetLife was not a sponsor of the World Cup,
Oh,
they
brother.
called this they had to pick a different name for the stadium. So they called it New York, New Jersey Stadium, right? And everyone's calling it New York, New Jersey until people are like, there's no New York part of this. It's just the New Jersey Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? And you know what? As of obviously two very passionately proud New Jersey people,
Hmm.
okay, a Jersey boy and a Jersey girl.
Yeah.
I really take issue with the fact that people are so hesitant to just say what it is. You
Yeah.
like New Jersey, bitch. That's what you like, okay? You're here in New Jersey. American Dreams Mall in New Jersey. Malls in general in New Jersey. Bruce Springsteen, he's not from Philly. He's from New Jersey. Bon Jovi, also from New Jersey. Tom Cruise, also from New Jersey. Meryl Streep, also from New Jersey. Okay.
Whitney Houston, also from New Jersey.
Definitely from New Jersey. Okay.
Clavicular from New Jersey. Clav. Uh, I can't hear you. You're muted.
Oh, I said he got a nose job.
Yeah.
Anyway, my point is, you know what? Put some respect on New Jersey. I'm going to Cape May later this summer and I'm so excited. And everybody keeps saying, like, you look up Cape May stuff and they're like, Cape May, it doesn't even feel like you're in New Jersey. I beg your pardon. That's
You're
New
going to Cape
Jersey.
May?
Yeah, I'm going to Cape May.
It's expensive.
It is actually so expensive.
Yeah. I was in Long Branch, I think last week or the week before.
hmm hmm
Also expensive.
The Jersey Shore is not accessible to
Mm.
anybody.
We have to find like the deadbeat part of the Jersey Shore and kind of get there now because all
Well,
these places
it's called Point Pleasant and Seaside Heights. Nobody wants to go there.
are.
You can get a cute little rental in Seaside Heights for like $150 a night, but it's there might be
Stabby, stabby,
murders.
stabby.
Yeah, it's fine. And you know what? people. Atlantic City at the end of the day still very affordable,
That's true.
but nobody wants to go there anyway. So anyway, that was great. Did you enjoy the halftime performance?
Ooh, I did not. I felt like it was too long. I
Mm,
felt like they try to get too much of it in there. If I could, the BTS part, very poppy. I enjoyed. I
mhm,
enjoyed it. You didn't.
mhm.
You didn't like it.
It was fine. Whatever.
It was all just fine. The Justin Bieber part after the Ted
Ted
Lasso
Lasso.
part. What are we doing? Like, what the fuck? What you liked it?
I loved it.
No, I hated that part.
Now Justin Bieber almost settled in New Jersey, also himself, right here,
Oh, did
Montclair.
he?
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah.
and Haley were looking for homes here.
Oh.
I didn't mind that. I think also because you guys don't know that song "Hallelujah" by Justin Bieber. I think when you
Mm.
hear "Hallelujah," you go, "It's either the Hallelujah or nothing else."
Yeah.
I thought it was cute. I liked that Coach had that sign up that said "Believe," which
Yeah,
is
that's cute.
cute. Now Muppets, yay or nay?
I think we missed out on the Muppets. We were more of an Electric Company family. We were not really Muppets. We liked Sesame Street. We were never really Muppets.
Now, Raheel, what I hear from a lot of people is that the Muppets movies are phenomenal. And like
You
this is coming from people who have excellent taste in like
Mhm.
movies and humor. They are saying that the Muppets movies are incredible.
That's what I hear. They're like subversive and they're like adult, but also kids. Yeah.
Yes. You know what? You know what? I think I'm going to watch a Muppets movie tonight with my kids.
Meanwhile, neither of us has watched the latest episode of House of the Dragon.
I don't want to talk about it. Sorry, guys. I, like Renera, have taken to bed. My husband's not here. I wanted you
That's
to
you
interrupt
every
him.
night. Well, Noe comes and tries to comfort you.
It's not the same. Anyway,
Mm-mm.
yeah. So you didn't care for the Muppets doing Seven Nation Army?
I did not care for the Muppets doing set. Well, that was kind of cute, I guess. You know what? I was thinking about the Muppets at the end
Yeah.
with Coldplay and the children. By the way, the children, some of those children were singing really off tune. I mean, can we get better? Can we get better kids? Is that too much to ask? Can we go to NJ Pack, get some of the kids from there?
Get the kids in paper mill playouts over here. Hello.
Yeah, those old
Yeah,
theater kids,
I
they
know.
would love to.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, the ending. I think the ending is really what left a sour taste in my mouth.
And no,
It was
no,
too long.
not interested in Madonna doing whatever she's up to these days.
That was apparently like the new album is supposed to be amazing. They
I
say
hear
that
the new
she's
album is amazing, and I know some people that went to see her live when she played like a show in the city, and they said it was electric, and it happened the day that everybody found out, the night that everybody found out that Lindsey Graham died, and they're like, it was an amazing time to be in community. You know what I mean? So
Can you imagine? Like, so you are at a Madonna concert, right?
okay, okay,
And you obviously, I mean, if you've maybe taken something, right?
hmm
And you're just having the best time, and you're like, you know what? Now I'm remembering. Let's say if you are somebody that kind of felt left out growing up or
hmm
whatever, but you grew
hmm
up as an adult, and Madonna's music was what comforted you because she was also for like the queers and the
hmm
days and all
hmm
that. That was her thing, and you're like, oh man, I can't believe I get to experience this icon and I feel comforted. And you get a buzz and it says Lindsey Graham has died.
I would be
Is,
like,
is
I
this
would
heaven?
die. Is this
Is this
heaven?
heaven?
Is that yeah?
No, this is a Madonna concert.
Yeah, and then it's like flicker faster than a ray of light. I know. You know what? I hope that I'm somewhere really fun in community with really fun people when it happens.
When your husband comes back.
Sure. Anyway, let's talk about the environment for a second, because today we had tornado warnings in
Mhm,
So I did say New Jersey. We're having a great time. Everybody loves New Jersey. Blah, 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 blah. But the skies were orange yet again.
mhm. Now these guys, I remember we had this happen like 4 or 5 years ago, right?
Real was last year.
Was it last year? No, but remember like the big one where if everything was orange and again, was it last year?
I think so. When was the last time the skies were orange in New Jersey? Okay, let's see what the internet says.
I would say like 2021 or 2022. It happened also, and it's the fucking Canadians and their wildfires, right? That's who
Okay,
we
by the
blame.
way, watch your mouth. Okay. It's not the Canadians and the wildfires. It's America. We pulled out of every single eco-friendly green deal there was to make the climate. Stop being so angry. And then we're like, Canada, why are your trees on fire? because we're making the earth dry with data centers. What do you mean?
You know why I'm salty at
Canadians.
Canada?
Why?
Is because I saw a clip recently of Katy Perry, like some music video, and
Mm.
that fucking Justin Trudeau is like
Yeah.
bopping around, dancing in the background. And there was a time when the world told me to love Justin Trudeau, and I just feel, I don't know, I feel resentful that I was told to love him, and now I think I hate him.
That's fine. Well, I always remember that he went to school with Matthew Perry, RIP. By the way, I Googled it 2023,
Yeah, I was right.
3 years ago. I don't like it. It freaked me out. I was bummed out. I said, oh no. It
Does
does
it
smell
scare?
like, it does scare me. I don't like it. I don't love that. And then the images that I saw, because it was all like also happening around like the Great Lakes. So it literally looked like water was on fire.
Water.
And I said, that's not good. That can't be good.
It does feel a little bit like the plague is upon us. Like it feels biblical when it's all
it's so,
orange.
it's so biblical. The plague is upon us. And then in New Jersey, they're like, P.S. tornado watch.
You take all this smog, turn it into a tornado.
I don't like it. And not to beat a dead horse, but guys, that's why it's important to vote.
It's also important. That's why it's important to marry a good husband. And now your husband isn't here to protect you from the smog. The
No, he
tornado.
can't. Guys, he's not going to protect me from a smog or tornado. That he can't help me with. Honestly, I'm just mad I have to make my own coffee in the morning. Now, if it's not going to be the haze and it's not going to be the tornado, it turns out it's going to be bag salads that let us take us out. You're not worried because you, sir, have been braising your kale for
That's right.
years now.
That's
You
right.
have said raw greens. What am I, a rabbit?
Yes.
A turtle?
Please.
Please.
I've been cooking. Not only have I been cooking kale, sometimes when I run out of kale and I'm too lazy to go shop, sometimes I cook the lettuce. I don't give a shit. It's a
You
green.
eat warm lettuce?
I eat cooked
Sick.
lettuce. It's gross.
Sick.
It's so
That's
gross. It's so
nasty.
watery.
It's like
You have
80% water.
It's so gross. It's so watery. You have to keep draining it out, and all you're just left with is just some substance. But yeah, I cook all my vegetables.
I cook my greens.
In this house. We cook our vegetables. God damn it!
Now, what they found out was that the culprit of this thing, it's called cyclospora. It's a little bit different, not your regular E. coli. I looked it up, and here's the difference. E. coli is a bacteria, and cyclospora is a parasite.
Oh, it's alive.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess bacteria is alive too.
Yeah, they're both alive. Now, E. coli gives you bloody diarrhea. This
yes,
one
of
usually
course.
gives you watery diarrhea, which you go, that's not too bad. Watery
No.
diarrhea, no big deal. Well, the problem is E. coli is usually out of your system within a week. This can last months.
Really?
Months.
You know, I hear you when you say bloody versus watery, right? But a bloody a bloody diarrhea, it does sound more solid, and like I can feel like clumps of blood maybe here and there.
No, I don't like that. Okay, well, you're saying that as a person who's never had a period, so that's.
I'm saying that
probably
as a person who grew up with our family history of you know what.
I'm saying that as a person with a bloody diarrhea.
Yeah, I'm saying that as a person who whatever. Anyways,
With anal fissures. Okay.
don't put that out there. By the way, that's not true. My
Guys,
anus is very it's spectacular. That was for the Spanish listeners. It's spectacular. No, you can get back there. You can anyone.
I don't want to talk anymore about your butt. Anyway,
no, but the watery diarrhea. Coming back to our thesis.
Circling back to the watery.
Yeah, circling back around the toilet. I do there are some times when you get like that kind of diarrhea where it's like anything you put in your mouth immediately turns into like watery shits, and that is the worst. That is the worst place to be. So I can see it.
Yeah, the last time something like that happened to me was a couple of months ago. Maybe actually it was last month. I went to the city and I got a mocktail. I didn't even get alcohol. I got a cucumber refresher of some sort, and it had like a
Hmm.
fun little cucumber on a stick. Pretty sure that cucumber is what got me sick. Your girl was out for 4 days. I was like, there's nothing solid that will ever come out of this body ever again. So it was like,
Yeah.
anything I ate, it was immediately out of me. And I didn't love it. I can't imagine having that for months. That
Yeah.
is terrible. Now, I, as you know, you love your braised greens. I am a bag salad girl. I love a bag
Mm.
salad. I eat all of my meals with bag salad. I have, if I'm eating rice, pasta, anything, I'm making a big old salad because at my age, you apparently women, we have to eat like 87 times our body weight in protein. And
Hmm.
then if you're eating that much protein, you have to counterbalance it with a fuck ton of fiber. Otherwise, it'll just sit in your stomach like a rock. So
Yeah.
I have to eat a lot of bagged greens. I haven't been able to eat greens. My husband will not allow any greens in our house
Really? He's
because
cut
of
off the
this.
greens.
He's cut off the greens. And I was like, no, it's just like Walmart, whatever. He's like, and then he told me, he was like, it's Taylor Farms. And by the way, they're Trump donors. And by the way, they have a monopoly on all of the greens. And they don't white label stuff. So you can actually end up going to Trader Joe's and not even know if you're getting greens from Taylor Farms. And I was like, oh my God. So I just haven't had my bag salad in a long time, and I'm
Well,
struggling.
we should find local vendors. New Jersey has a
That's
lot
the
of
thing.
farmers. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what we should do. You know about what upset me about this story, and I don't know if it upset me, but I'm upset on somebody else's behalf. Is like there's obviously like the salad part, like the lettuce part that people are pointing to as the root cause, but
Mhm.
like they're also blaming Taco Bell. And like if I'm Taco Bell, right? I'm like, hey, salad, like why are you, stepping on my circle? Like I'm the poop guy. I don't need your I don't need your lettuce to make people get violent diarrhea. I can do that on my own.
Yeah, also, I just am like, does anybody even eat the lettuce at Taco Bell? Like, people are like Taco Bell lettuces. I was like, literally, I've never had the lettuce at Taco Bell. I'm not interested in any of that. If I accidentally get a taco with lettuce, I just flick that off because I'm like, doesn't belong here. That's more space for my sauces.
Mm.
But yeah, but Taco Bell corrected. They said, we hear you, we see you. Unfortunately, we smell some of you and we're removing the lettuce. We got it. But then this morning, did you hear this morning or yesterday? They said the FDA is like, no, it was a false positive. It's not Taylor Farms. Taylor Farms is fine. And they're like, how did you come to that conclusion? They're like, I mean, they weren't at the White House. The owner of Taylor Farms was not at the White House. I could tell you
Wow.
that much. They weren't there talking to the Trump government. So like the FDA definitely didn't take backsies what they said earlier because of anything like that, if that's what you're saying. Anyway, look at the reflecting pool. It's covered in poop lettuce. Anyway, did you see the Odyssey yet?
I have not watched the Odyssey yet.
I did see it, as you know.
Uh huh.
I'm not gonna say it.
What happened? What do you mean you're not gonna say? Is it good? Is it bad? What are you?
I'm
Were
not
you not gonna
I'm
say?
not gonna say you ought to see this.
Your piece of shit husband has been peddling that joke for at
he's
least 4
so
weeks.
he's so funny. I miss him so much. Anyway.
I'll tell you what I have seen.
Mm.
I have seen roughly 27 hours of Odyssey press material.
Oh, and it is so good. It is so good. Those people, it's like Zendaya, Tom Holland, Lupita Nyong'o, John Barenthal, uh, Anne Hathaway, New Jersey's own Anne Hathaway, Matthew Damon.
Mhm.
Who else is in there? Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
Robert is, by the way, he is right now currently apparently filming
Batman.
Batman, and then he's also doing like Dune press stuff.
Yeah.
And he just wrapped up the drama press stuff, and then now he's doing. You watch him in those press junkets, he is barely alive.
He is barely alive, but I will say, out of all of the people that I see at these press junkets, our Pats is probably my favorite. He's
He's
really
so funny.
charming. He's
He's
so
so
charming.
charming.
You know what's a fucking shame? It's that most of the world got to know him as this wimpy American vampire character when
Yeah.
he's like the most like dashing British person in the world. Like
Yeah.
that should just be the person that got famous, not the stupid vampire character. But he's
Did you
very charming.
Yeah, did you see the clip of him and Anne Hathaway and Tom Holland playing Guess Who?
Hmm. Yeah,
And it
I've seen all those clips.
he flips it open and it's a picture of himself and
Yeah,
he has to guess who it is. And so he's
yeah.
asking questions and he goes, "Is this person ugly?"
Ugly. Yeah.
Oh, oh my god. Yeah, the press tours are amazing. Yeah.
Now, I made a comment when you told me you were watching Odyssey press stuff where I was like, I don't know how I feel about Anne Hathaway. And it felt like you got offended by that. I felt like she was I I feel like she's very Anne Hathaway in her Anne Hathaway press dealings. You know what I mean? She's just very like, "Ooh,
What would you have her
oh,
be?
ooh,
Would you have
ah,
her be
ooh,
Ben
ah, oh my
Affleck?
god. Oh, ah." Yeah, I would rather her be Ben Affleck. Is that too much to ask?
Yeah, that is too much to ask. First of all, as a former Anne Hathaway hater,
Yeah.
I think you should shut the fuck up. Okay,
I
first of
loved Anne
all,
Hathaway.
you loved her. I hated her. Now we're doing a switcheroo. I do have to say, give her some respect. First of all, she's pregnant.
Okay. Ugh.
And she's working still.
Okay.
Okay. And she is so good in the movie, Raheel. She's so good in the movie that you go, you know what, Anne Hathaway, you could go in those press stores and do whatever you want. I don't care.
Because I think I'm on literally like hour 39 of these press of watching these press clips or whatever. There was a part of me that said, you know what, like you say, hey, you know what, I would like Taylor Swift to just be a crazy bitch, like a crazy
Hmm.
maniacal
Hmm.
boss bitch, right?
Hmm.
I see Anne Hathaway being very Anne Hathaway, and I'm like, you know what, God bless you, Anne Hathaway, like you get to go ahead, live this life. I'll accept you because apparently she is very, very talented. So if that's what comes with it, that's what comes with it. She doesn't have
Did
to.
you hear what
And I
Matt Damon? Yes, go ahead. Yeah, I
no,
want
I
to.
think and I think that's what kind of held her back before was that she felt like she had to be a normie. And it's like, you're not a normie. You're Anne
You don't
Hathaway.
have to be normie. Yeah, you're just like a weird theater
Theater kid.
kid who like
Yeah.
really made it, and so now you get to continue to be kind of like a overthinking, overacty theater person. Did you see what
Yeah.
Matt Damon said? Matt Damon was like, I was just blown away by like he calls her Annie every time.
Sweet name.
I know, but you know. Anyway, people are mad about the
Oh.
casting of the Odyssey, and they are like, I went to go see it, and I can't believe Helen of Troy was black. I went
Yeah.
to go see it, and uh I can't believe what's his face? I
Elliot
forgot.
Page?
Elliot Page is in the movie. I went to go see it, and what's Spider-Man doing there? Shut up. Two
Yeah, no,
Asian
those people.
people on a boat with Odysseus? How dare he? Have you heard about trade routes? Also, mythology. There's a
Also,
Cyclops in the movie.
yeah, I know what are we talking about. I like the one clip of like it was Tom Holland and Matt Damon,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, the guy's like, oh, you call him dad and not father in the movie, and Tom Holland's like, yeah, but like in the original, I wouldn't have called him father either because it's in fucking Greek.
Yeah. And so I originally, when I saw the trailer and I saw Tom Holland say, "My dad's
Dad,
coming
dad's
home," I was like,
yes,
oh,
yes.
ew. But then I watched the movie and I realized that, like, what I watched it. And also, my husband, of course, the greatest, biggest Christopher Nolan fanboy that there is.
Mhm.
He said that one of the things Christopher Nolan said is that he said, because there are words for in Greek, in ancient Greek, there are words like dad and mom that a son would be calling his parents. And so, if we're going to just American English the entire language, it makes sense that he would say dad. He wouldn't say my father, or father, you're here. You would say a word that the ancient Greeks probably used for dad or mom. That's why when he said, "Oh no, that wormhole looks like a skibbity toilet," I didn't freak out. I said, "Yeah, that makes sense." I'm just kidding. That didn't happen.
So, I think when I first saw the trailer, I was also like, ah, that sounds weird or whatever. And then obviously you see this like the story online with all the fucking hateful bigots, like Elon Musk being like, "Oh, I can't believe Helen Troy is black," or whatever, right? All that shit. And first, so like initially, like right away, I was like, well, fuck these guys.
Mhm.
I don't even want to be like anywhere close to them on any topic, right? So that immediately shifted my thinking about it. And the second thing is, man, like Christopher Nolan is the greatest movie director and probably like the greatest filmmaker of our times. So how about we all just shut the fuck up and let him do whatever the hell it is that he wants to do, because he does not let us down. So
Let me tell you something about this movie. My big takeaways from this movie, by the way, no spoilers. It's a majillion-year-old text. We all know what happens at the end,
you
okay?
know what? You know what's sad though? I
You
don't.
don't
I
remember.
have no fucking idea. No, I don't not remember. I never fucking read it. And then I didn't think I had to read it. No. I listen, I did the
Did
test.
you
I
did
wrote
you
an essay about it. I'm sure. I never read it.
did you read the Iliad?
No.
Oh,
This idiot did not read the Iliad. What I have done is I've watched Disney's Hercules about 7 times.
yeah, not
I
involved.
know. Oh, okay.
Not involved. Not
What about
involved.
Troy?
Well, Troy Iliad is a story of Achilles,
Hmm.
and the Odyssey is a story of Odysseus. And
Yeah.
so, spoiler alert, there's a war that happens because Helen of Troy, who's married to Menelaus, she is abducted, quote unquote, by the
Yeah.
prince of Troy, the Trojan prince named Paris. And so he's like,
Brother
fuck
of
that.
Hector.
Okay. Played by Eric Bana.
Yeah.
Um, and so Menelaus is like, fuck this. So Menelaus and his brother Agamemnon is, as the kids say, aura farming.
I hear a lot of great things about Agamemnon. I have not seen anything about it, but
Yeah. A menacing presence of Agamemnon. You're like, ooh, is this hot? I'm scared. Anyway,
who plays Agamemnon?
one of the Safdie brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Um, and so, Agamemnon and Menelaus is like, we're going to start a war with the Trojans. Raheel, actually, it wasn't about Helen. It was actually about the trade routes. And
Ooh.
does that seem familiar to you, starting a fake war because of trade routes? Have you have you experienced that recently? Say a strait of some sort being
I
fought over?
oh.
Because over a fake war?
Is that what it's about? I didn't know that's what that was about.
Mhm. Yeah. So, Christopher Nolan says, "Hey, history does in fact repeat itself if you don't knock it off." And the movie is filled with misandry, women doing magic, men making bad decisions, men who don't listen to each other. And I was like, "Ooh, this is all the things that as a woman, I was like, yeah, this is still happening because you guys are being terrible to women, you're being terrible to poor people, you're being money hungry." And you're making up and you're lying to yourself about why you're doing all of this. You think that you're doing it for some greater purpose and you're not. You're doing it because you're a piece of shit and you love power. And I was like, bloop on that, Christopher Nolan. Ugh.
So I hear you, and I hear
I hear
obviously.
you, but I am going to support Donald J. Trump and his war against Iran continuously.
No, I do hear you. I hear you, and I definitely see how men are responsible for basically encouraging this sort of evil or whatever, right? Counterpoint though, without them, who gets the water heater working?
That's the thing. That's the thing. Okay. It's like
That's why.
I just want my Odysseus to come back and give me coffee. That's all I want. Okay. And nobody's making me coffee. Matt Damon does some great Jason Bourne level shit. It's just a very excellent movie. I cannot recommend it enough. And like I said, in the words of my stupid husband, you ought to see this. It's so good. It is so good. I'm obsessed with it. Is it long? Sure. Sure.
I'm
It
gonna
has
try
to
to
be.
watch it on Thursday in King of Prussia. I think that's
Oh,
the way that I'm gonna go for it.
are
Yeah,
you going to try to get tickets?
I can get tickets, like shitty seats, but that has the IMAX, and it's at
Don't
4 p.m.
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't break your neck for that. You're so old. We're so old. We can't do that anymore. We're so old. We can't strain our necks for 3.5 hours. I say an hour and a half, sure. Hour 25, a Minions movie in IMAX in the second row. Why not?
But the
But,
Odyssey.
but the Odyssey, I don't think that that's worth it. It's
Uh,
great. But it was really good and I loved it so much. And if you're mad about black people playing a black, beautiful, gorgeous Lupita Nyong'o playing Helen of Troy, whose origin story is that she was made by Zeus and hatched out of an egg, then I'm so sorry that that's something that's upsetting you. If you're mad about Elliot Page because you think trans people don't deserve screen time, you would hate to hear about how the Greeks were hanging out with each other.
yeah,
Okay.
and the Romans.
Yeah. So, anyway, it is I would say go see it. Honestly, we went to go see it at like the regular IMAX, like in the movie theater. I would say do an RPX if you can.
I think
That'd be good.
that may be because your husband also said that the sound is really important. So he
The
was like
sound is
Dolby,
phenomenal.
yeah, and
And
he's
you
like
know
the
what's
soundtrack
really
is
good?
amazing.
Yes, the soundtrack. It's not my god, my son asked me the other day. He said, "Is this oh shoot, who did all of the soundtracks for Batman?"
Hans Zimmer.
Yeah. My 9-year-old said, "Is this Hans Zimmer?" And I was like, "Noah, you know who Hans Zimmer is?" It's not. It's Ludwig Göransson who did the soundtrack for Sinners and also once did a song from the Troll soundtrack called Yodel Beat that slaps. So,
So do you
he
know Ludwig Göransson's background?
no,
He moved to America. I think he's from, I don't know, somewhere in Europe, right?
Sweden.
Sweden. He moved to America to attend, I believe it was USC Film School or whatever.
Mhm.
And the first friend that he made in America was one Ryan Coogler.
Mm, makes
So
sense.
he's done. So he did like the Black Panther soundtrack.
Yes.
He's done like the Community soundtrack. He did the Tenet and I think the Oppenheimer soundtracks. That guy's awesome.
Ugh, he's incredible. Oh my god, he's so good. The music is really good. They used a lot of like, ancient Grecian sounds and instruments and stuff, and it's very beautifully made. It's for a story that's about like war and magic and centered around a man. It is a story that really sells the soft life of like
Oh,
being a good person, just being kind, being nice to everybody, being nice to women. And most importantly, being kind to strangers because, you never know if it's a god in hiding or whatever. It's
oh.
just like very nice. It's just a very nice, beautifully made movie. Um and I've never disliked a Christopher Nolan movie, so I say run, don't walk to the movie theaters, but not a 4 p.m. IMAX where you have to strain your neck. Nobody needs that.
Yeah, I don't think we need to sell the Odyssey to people. I think the
What
Odyssey
if
will
they
do
don't
well.
go see it though because they're bigots?
And then listen to this podcast.
Real. The other day, somebody left a comment and I said, "Did you get lost?" I would love to read it to you. And then I commented back, I said, "Is this satire? Because I'm pretty sure that this person didn't mean it." But let me read you the comment. Last week, as you remember, we were talking about the reflecting pool and how
Hmm.
it looked like garbage. And somebody left a comment saying, maybe the reflecting pool would be okay if someone with Trump derangement syndrome didn't mess it up.
Oh, do we have TDS? Is that you and I?
Probably. That's fine. Add it to the list, okay?
Yeah.
Add it to the list. Anyway, I'm going to give you some time to heal because I know that you're really upset and you do have to figure out what to do with your matching outfit that you have of capri pants and a purple silk blouse as Andrew Tate because he did get arrested this week in
Hmm.
that sick fit. So
Yes,
I'm going to give you some time to heal.
I appreciate that. It's
Yeah.
tough for me and the boys right now. Me and the boys, we are looking. We've lost a leader. We've lost a true masculine leader.
Truly. Anyway, he's terrible. He's been arrested by on an extradition request from the UK because guys, I don't know if you know, but he is facing dozens of charges related to human trafficking. So, um he's a garbage goblin. Now, why did real quick, this is the last thing I wanted to ask you. Why did Tom Brady slap Logan Paul? Was this a publicity stunt?
Yeah, it's a WWE thing. Tom
Oh,
Brady. Yeah,
I'm out. Tom
yeah,
Brady's doing loser shit?
yeah,
Is
yeah.
that what you're gonna say?
That is so. Tom Brady, and I hate that I'm agreeing with this person, but Dave Portnoy, who is obviously the biggest Brady fan because he's a Patriots fan or whatever, came out earlier this week and he said Tom Brady's post retirement career is very lame. And I can see that. So Tom Brady, when he was still playing, if you recall, like for the
Yeah.
first 20 years, we didn't know shit about Tom Brady. He lived
Yeah.
like this. It was almost like a myth, right? It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
he's like this
It was
perfect
Batman
quarterback.
like.
Yeah, and he's married to the biggest supermodel in the world, and all he does is win. He's just so dedicated or whatever. And then after he got done playing, he was like, "Oh, let me show some personality. Let me do it." And initially, people are like, "Oh, this is pretty cool. Like Tom Brady's pretty cool," but he's gone. I do agree, he's gone beyond that now. He wants to be part of the news. He wants to be not just be part of the news. He wants to be looked at. And this is a sad part. He wants to be looked at as a cool person by young people. It is kind of like that Drake situation where you're like, Tom Brady, what are you doing here, man? Like, you don't need to be here. Just
Did he
go.
lose a lot of money with like the crypto thing?
No, he was he I don't think he lost. He didn't lose money. He got paid by them. If anything, he probably had to give the money back. But it's not like Tom Brady got bankrupt by
Listen,
these things.
guys, there is nothing lamer than an old person trying to seem cool to young people. Do you know
Yep.
what I like to stay away from is young
Right.
people? Not because I think that they're bad, but because I don't want to feel like a dork around them because they are going to make me feel like a dork. Like, how stupid do you feel around a young person? I feel like an imbecile around a young person.
It's funny that you say that because as you know, like this past weekend I was helping our brother, by the way, we should plug.
Yeah, hold
Um
on one second. Yeah, go ahead.
yes, as you know, our brother.
Yeah. Hey, if you're in New Jersey and you're roundabouts Rutgers, New Jersey, hit up Namkeen on North Brunswick in North Brunswick off of Route 1. It's a delicious Pakistani style hot chicken spot, and you will not be disappointed. And if you go there, tell them, hey, these two, Noor and Raheel, who keep shitting on their brother Nabil, sent us here. Do we know you know anything about that? Just say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these two
Tell our
assholes
brother's
that
story. Yeah.
Yeah, these two assholes that have apparently just eaten a lot of infected lettuce and then and then shitting on their brother. No, so I was helping him set up the store and for the grand opening and stuff, and all the people working there, just the most delightful young people there are,
Mhm, mhm.
just really hardworking,
Yeah.
and like so I was just kind of like behind the scenes or whatever, and I tried to talk to them a little bit. You feel so old.
Yeah,
Get away, old person.
go away, old person. Like, I am perfectly fine
Yeah,
letting you guys be cool on your own. Like,
yeah,
have we learned nothing from Donald Trump? That when you
yeah.
insert yourself in situations that you do not belong to think that you do belong, you end up looking like an idiot. Like, there's only one person in the world, I think, who is like older, who I would be like, they can hang with a young person, and that's Paul Rudd, because Paul Rudd is a vampire. Nobody knows how old he is. He just has a very young vibe to him. But even Paul Rudd would be like, I don't need to hang out with
I
anybody.
don't need to be in this room.
I don't need to be in this room. And I think that's what makes him cool. I think the fact that like Tom Brady is doing this type of lame ass shit, it's so Trump like of him. It's so
Yeah,
stupid. Get a
hmm
grip, guys.
it's
And
sad.
and you know what? He's trying to date the young girls, and he's you know.
And you know what's it's I don't know if it's hard, but it's like this is like the Tom Brady looks like Tom Brady, right? Tom
Mhm.
Brady, you see that person, and you go, oh man, that looks like somebody that should be kind of the biggest star in the world or whatever. He looks the way that he does. But at the end of the day, if you are a lame-o, you're a lame-o. Like, it doesn't matter. And that's what people are seeing now. He's just a
And
lame-o.
and you know what? I think that that's a great is an example of something that like people should learn from, because you have told me many times, like millennials, like men in general, are told from a very young age, like you get rich, you look good, you have a great body, you're gonna get any woman that you want. You're gonna be cool as hell. Tom
Mhm.
Brady on paper and on his face has all of those things. And he's looking like a goddamn loser. So it's like, no, just like don't be weird. Don't be a loser. Be like a nice person. You know, be a decent human being. And WWE?
Yeah. What a
Pathetic.
sad.
Stupid. Anyway, that's it for this episode. I'll be back this week talking lots of Bravo shit with some special guests. And then
Ooh.
I'm also going to be talking about Big Brother again this week. And really, you would love Big Brother.
Mm.
No, I'm telling you, it's a television show that I think you would love to watch, but also you would excel at. You would
Eh.
go into the Big Brother house and you would sweep. You would
Auga.
sweep. You would kill it there. Everybody would love you. You would beat all you do all the competitions really, really well. You would charm the pants off of everybody and you would
Huh.
win $750,000.
Oh.
100%.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
There we go.